Major history in Miami. Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers can clinch a playoff spot with a win as he continues his chase for the first 50-50 season in MLB history. Entered the game at 48 home runs, 49 stolen bases, and there it is. His 50th stolen base after a leadoff double, swipes third. Now 2 homers away from 50-50. Yeah, grab that bag. Top 2, Ohtani's second at bat. 2 on, 2 outs. Into right, Max Muncy scores. Dodgers lead 2-0. Ohtani would steal second to make it 51 stolen bases. Double, single, RBI run, and 2 stolen bases on the day for Shohei. And it's only the second inning. Top 3, 2 on, 2 outs, delivers again. 2-run score. Ohtani tries to stretch it for a triple, but he gets tagged out, but the damage is done, and the Dodgers lead 7-1. Ohtani threw 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 for extra bases, 3 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases. It's ridiculous. Ohtani's next at bat. That's gone. 2-run homer. Dodgers lead it 9-3. Now 49 homers and 51 stolen bases. Matches Sean Green for most home runs in a single season in Dodgers history. He's not done. His next at bat. Ohtani, 1 home run away from 50, and that's gone. 50 for Shohei, the first player in MLB history with a 50-50 season, and he knew it as soon as he hit it. Sets the Dodgers record for most homers in a single season, but that pales in comparison to the first 50-50 season in MLB history. He's not done. Next AB, top 7, facing position player Vidal Brujan. Up in the zone, and you still don't want to go there. Number 51! The Dodgers hang 20 on the scoreboard because Ohtani went 6 for 6 with 10 RBIs, 3 homers, 2 stolen bases. First player in MLB history with 3 homers and 2 stolen bases in a game. First season with the Dodgers. He's going to the postseason. Remember, he signed that 10-year, $700 million deal, $680 deferred. He was a part of a betting scandal. He was not found guilty in that. And he is one of the greatest players in MLB history. There's no denying that. Didn't care if he played the field this year. He had elbow surgery in September. Second elbow surgery. Didn't pitch at all, but what does he do in his first season in Los Angeles? He makes history. Dodgers clinch a playoff berth for the 12th straight season, and Ohtani matches the Hall of Famer Ricky Henderson. Most games with a homer and a stolen base in a single season since 1901. But Shohei Ohtani stands alone, the first 50-50 season in MLB history. And for more, welcome in baseball insider, former MLB Executive of the Year, Jim Bowden. Jim, what did we just witness?
And what you witnessed is one of the greatest baseball players that ever played, a generational talent that we've quite frankly never seen before. And when he came to the States, everyone was comparing him to Babe Ruth because he was a two-way player. Well, the reality is he's a far superior player than Babe Ruth ever was. I'm not sure if he's a human being or not. I think in time we might find out he's artificial intelligence or from another planet. I've never seen a talent like this in my entire lifetime. It is incredible. And to be able to accomplish 51 homers and 51 steals and counting, I never thought I would see that day. I had a player, Alfonso Soriano, who did 40-40 for me in Washington, but I never thought I'd see the day of a 50-50 player because it's never been done before, and now it has been. You know, he is the Taylor Swift in the sports world, right? Taylor Swift is the biggest celebrity in the music world. Well, this is the biggest celebrity in the sports world in countries around the world, not just in America, not just in Japan or Canada. We're talking the world, China, Russia, everywhere. Everybody is looking at Shohei Ohtani doing things that no one else ever has. The other thing that's great about Ohtani is how much he loves the game. He's a little kid. He enjoys it like a young child does. He has his own program. He doesn't follow anyone else's program. He sleeps more than any major league player. He sleeps like 14 hours a day. He is very into nutrition, keeping himself in shape, and going with his own routine. His mechanics are unique to him. He's one of a kind, and we all need to stop, take a deep breath, and enjoy his accomplishments because he is one of the greatest icons on planet Earth.
The fact that he's 6'4", 210, and he's stealing 51 bags, I mean, come on. 6'4", 210, and Jimmy's swiping bags like he's Ricky Henderson. That you don't. You just
yeah,
that
and
just
what
doesn't
you're not
happen.
talking about is what he could do on the mound, because when he's healthy next year, we're talking about an ace.
Yeah.
We're talking about a Cy Young candidate.
Silly.
And by the way, manager Dave Roberts telling me recently there's a chance that he can pitch in the postseason. Granted, probably out of the bullpen. But I can just see the drama. A Yankees-Dodger World Series, 9th inning, Game 7, and a 1-run lead, and here comes Shohei Ohtani to the mound. Like, you can't put it past them. This is almost like it's a fictional baseball book, right? That's what this has been, and it's incredible to watch.
6 seasons in L.A. with the Angels, no playoffs. 1 season with the Dodgers, and they've got a playoff appearance. And, of course, they have a monster payroll and a roster that's ready to win a World Series. The addition of Shohei Ohtani has meant what to this roster as they chase another World Series title?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been a game changer, and I think it's obviously in baseball, one star can't do anything, right? We've seen Mike Trout never make the playoffs with the Angels like Ohtani. But what you did is you added Ohtani to a lineup that already had future Hall of Famers like Freddie Freeman, like Mookie Betts, like Clayton Kershaw. You put him in a room of a team that we've witnessed going to the postseason every year that Andrew Friedman's been president of the team. And so you put a player that has really put them over the top. Now, the Dodgers are a flawed team because of all the injuries they've had to starting pitching. It's brought them back to the pack. But their lineup, their offense, 1 to 9, is as good as anybody in baseball. And it's a lineup that can hit the best pitching. So they're going to be a real threat come October. It's going to be a lot of drama. There's a lot of great teams. I mean, the Dodgers are going to have to deal with the Phillies and the Padres and the Brewers. They're all capable of getting to the World Series. But Ohtani absolutely gives them an advantage.
When you look at what Ohtani's done, and we have new rules in baseball, do you think he could have done this under the old rules?
I do think absolutely. I'm going to answer that as yes. And I think if he wants to, he'll end up with 60 stolen bases this year. Look, I think that the old rules, you're probably around 42 stolen bases right now instead of 50, but that doesn't mean you couldn't get there anyway. The new rules have helped. I'm not gonna shy away from that. It's a great question and a great point. It is that much easier to steal. But do I think he could have done it anyway? Do I think he would have done it anyway? Absolutely.
Curious where he would have played. First base, where are you putting him? Right?
Yeah, it's a great point,
right?
Because honestly, he obviously wouldn't have played if there was no DH, right? Because of the Tommy John surgery, so he would have had to sit out. So the DH rule being adapted for the National League absolutely was a game changer for Ohtani.
2 unanimous MVPs in the American League. We know what Francisco Lindor did for the Mets this season and is doing, put them on his back. Do you think this is going to be a unanimous MVP for Shohei?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be unanimous, Hakeem. But I wrote an article today on this issue because I do believe he's the MVP in the National League over Francisco Lindor and Ketel Marte and Bryce Harper. In the American League, I think Aaron Judge is going to win over Bobby Witt Jr. and Juan Soto. But there is a contingent of writers who make this decision, who make the votes, that are from New York, that are pushing Francisco Lindor, that are going to vote for Lindor because he played the valuable position of shortstop. And so there is a group of writers that are pushing Lindor. So I don't think it's going to be unanimous, but I will tell you clearly, and I mean this, and I love Francisco Lindor, and I think he's had an MVP caliber season. There's no doubt in my mind Ohtani should win this award.
I have to agree. When a guy goes 50-50, I covered Francisco Lindor in Cleveland, one of my favorite players in baseball. Shohei Ohtani, I've seen with you a couple of his home runs live. It's effortless. It's incredible what he does. He's the best player in the sport. That argument will happen when the award season comes out. Are you awarding the best player in the sport, or are you awarding the most valuable player on your team? Because the Dodgers are probably still going to get a playoff spot with or without Shohei. You can argue that. The Mets aren't getting to the postseason without Francisco Lindor, and we both can agree on that. But at the end of the day, Shohei's the MVP. There'll be conversations, and we'll have them, but on this day, it belongs to Shohei. 51, the first 50-50 season in MLB history. Jim Bowden providing perspective here. One of the best in the game. Shohei Ohtani, one of the best in the game as you take a look at his season. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Look at these numbers. It's silly. This is like a video game for Shohei Ohtani. As we sit here and you say we're praising him or we're glazing or whatever you want to say, it's due, okay? It's deserved. This guy is the best player in baseball right now as he reaches 51 homers and 51 stolen bases, to which I say, have a day, kid.